Hello, I have returned. For so long, I finally returned from my slumber. Hello, everybody, hello. Hello, everybody, hello. Yeah, I am back. Which means the silliness continues. The silliness continues. We can be silly again. What Ezra? You guys want to be silly together? We can be silly. With your wrestle, I did. It's very, very nice. Today is going to be kind of a chill day. Because I work tomorrow. Because of that, it's probably not gonna be that long today. Oh, you'll see. I gotta work on the schedule. Oh, but... But yes, I gotta work on the thingamajig. The vtuber McGill. Yeah, the thing. No. You know what? You pick it up when I'm putting it down. Pick out what I'm putting down. I know. Wasted almost the whole day except for doing shopping. Ooh, was the shopping fun? Hate shopping. I don't like spending money. That's just me. I like shopping, I don't like spending money. But who does, you know? Who does? Live? Visitors again. Well, it's the Chevy on flip. Why does it look so weird? I'm talking to myself. I talk to myself, it's what I do. Big. Leave that. Insist. It's gonna be mine. Sorry. Stefan, it was actually fun. Yay! I did talk with the clerk and the figure and shop around the model kits. Ooh. That sounds awesome. I like shopping, I don't like spending money though. Like your dad's, right? I need my funny number to go up, not down. When it goes down, it makes me sad. San Gabriel. And funnily enough, I also bought socks in the same shop. Dude, I love socks. I need to get some new socks. I have some really nice and really cute ones, but I want to get some just casual around the house ones, because all the ones I have for casual around the house are have holes in them. Which sucks, and that's not playing. Wait. Oh, one thing I forgot to do was get my schedule for this week. That's a blender. How did I miss that? Okay, I'll be honest, oh, fine. Nope. Oh, huh? Ma. Rigora. Rizana. Vix, Litas too. There's a double shop near the staircase to the basement where they keep kids' figurines at the top based on medicine supplies. Be interesting. It's very interesting mix of... Even what there it is. What isn't this downloading? Lift, baby. I think he'll go very big. I love those so big, I don't know, but it's very neat. Go up. Then we'll go up here. Sorry, I talk to myself. That's what I do. I didn't figure out I talk to myself. These can go here. You know what? These aren't overlaid. They should be. I don't know if you'd see chat pulled up, so I'm not ignoring y'all. I just, don't have a fake up at the moment. I've seen it back here in just a second. Hold on. There we go. jag hade inget sagt det. I mean, what for saying I may say nothing. Thank you. Still. You need to be moved. This needs to be moved down here. I'm not having myself. I'm working on some stuff right now. I'm working on the schedule for my streaming. This will be... Wait, no. This stupid. These two are the ones I need to turn off. No, they can do... And make it a floor. You pound it. Okay, so it was... You know, but bigger. Me and my little... We sick. It's just screenshots. Almost... So, like, what are we doing here, huh? I'm not clicking with this thing. I want to have a flip. Yeah. Drop shadow. Yeah, that's fine. They are not? What? I'm not what? What am I not? I'm not something. What am I not? Let's see. This needs to be... Need to lip. Radiant. The other way. What are we doing here? Why are we not... What? No, stop. Cancel. No. Stop trying to crop. I'm being silly. Not like the Queen of Celia. The Caroline did. Oh yeah, now it's working. Bunky. Man? What? What are you talking about, Ezra? Look to italicize this. Tali. No, I wanna italicize the other way. Okay, I guess I just can't. Oh no. What did you do? can, but I'd have obtained food. Sorry, I cough. I'm totally meant to mute there, and I forgot I wasn't muted. I'm totally meant to mute there, and sorry. Sorry, I cough. Yes, I'm back and I've obtained food. No. Oh, you guys want to watch the Funkland? I think that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Of any given.
Cool. Make sure you sub to the Funkland, you know the gist.
Show were not exceptionally talented singers, this review was more common. However, from the perspective of the performers, the attraction was incredible, a bespoke, intricately themed adventure through the world of music,
What I missed?
With elaborate set dressing. And if the competitors of any given show were not exceptionally talented singers, this review was more common. However, from the perspective of the performers, the attraction was incredible, a bespoke, intricately themed adventure through the world of music, entertainment, and all things American Idol, culminating with them getting to perform in front of a live audience of tourists, far more than most karaoke bars or school talent shows would allow. Even those that were not chosen to perform often walked away with glowing reviews, as the Disney cast members tasked with turning hundreds of people down per day were exceptionally kind and impressively trained in the art of rejection.
So good job, I can't pass you through today.
It's okay though, it's fine.
Others, on the other hand, still
Good. She was quick to say, it's okay though, it's fine. I'd be pissed. I spent my entire day at this attraction and they tell me no. I'd
felt
cry.
a bit odd about the process after getting turned away. One forum poster at the time explained their experience, how they auditioned for the show during soft opening for fun, not expecting to get on, but after getting rejected did, quote, feel a little bad the rest of the day, and that it felt weird being at the park after being, quote, rejected by Disney.
It's all part of the experience.
The cruelty of the Simon-type judge also depended on the performer and their improv. And while most of the time, this character's biggest insult was suggesting that a performer should take singing lessons, some comments could be much more pointed.
It sounded like a Norse god gargling a hammer.
The mean-spirited nature
He
of the
said
character
that?
was
What?
authentic to the television show, but not in line with the expectations of a Disney theme park. Compare this
yeah.
to Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor, a comedy show that opened at the Magic Kingdom in 2007. This virtual puppetry show relies on audience participation and is set in a fictional comedy club. But the furthest the monster comedians will ever go is some softball joke about how a random person in the audience is going to buy everyone churros after the show. Completely toothless, cowardly even, to look out on a crowd of sweaty, entitled Walt Disney World tourists and pull punches like that. But these are paying guests and also children, so the furthest you should go is saying that someone is feeling the urge to get up and dance. I guess in universe the funniest Mike Wazowski gets is just getting racked as if he has reproductive organs on the bottom crest of his sphere body. But the point is, insulting paying customers and children is a big risk. And if your themed environment is a comedy club or a mean-spirited reality show, you should probably just go through the motions. Fake Simon, at times, did not fall in line with this idea.
The bridge part, I consider jumping off on.
Hey!
In these instances, the attraction's reception was the most split, with some being legitimately offended and others finding it genuinely funny. However, reception was not the main issue with the American Idol experience. Daily operation was. The elaborate nature of the competition required a huge time commitment from contestants. When auditioning, guests were told that, if they were to make it to the finale, 6 hours of their park day would be dedicated to the attraction. This was around half of the park's operating hours. On top of this, contestants could not join lines at other attractions if the wait would make them miss their callback time. Disney did sometimes offer fast passes to contestants so they could enjoy the park, but for the most part, the American Idol experience was an all-day affair for those performing. For many, this was not an issue, and they knew this going in. Dream Ticket winner Claire Ann Martin said, quote, "We planned our whole week around the Disney Idol experience. We heard about it online, and we decided that we definitely wanted to try it out." Claire also said that, quote, "Getting the ticket was the high point of my life." She was only 14 at the time, so that's fine. The biggest issue that the operations team faced was recruitment. To coincide with the attraction's debut and to attract potential contestants, Disney created a web page with information on the process and how to audition. There was also a mini-game called Judge This that allowed you to play as a judge. La 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 la.
Thanks.
Nice. I got a dog from the Randy type. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Row, row, row your boat. Wow, this is an old website. Just look at that graphic in the corner. On this site, guests could sign up to audition ahead of their visit to Hollywood studios. The attraction would mainly rely on walk-ins and would cut off auditions when all of the shows were filled or at 2 p.m., whichever came first. The American Idol experience relied on a constantly refreshing pool of contestants, making daily operation less predictable than a typical theater show. But there were other issues on the horizon. The American Idol experience's debut in 2009 coincided with several turning points in the history of Disney, the American Idol television show, and the world as a whole. The most obvious was the Great Recession, which was in full swing while the attraction was being developed and was still ongoing when it opened. At the same time that Disney was developing the American Idol experience, the parks were feeling the effects of the economic downturn, with many families not having the resources to spend money on vacations. Considering the scale of the recession, the Disney parks fared better than many expected, thanks in part to Disney offering generous promotions, such as free admission on a guest's birthday. Still, the company laid off
You would never catch
1,400 people
Disney
at
doing
Walt
that
Disney World
nowadays.
due to the downturn. These layoffs began 4 days after the American Idol experience opened. Apart from the recession, another global trend was occurring, this one cultural. The accessibility of the internet was growing at an exponential rate, and the ability to share media was becoming easier and easier. And almost overnight, real mainstream stars were being discovered on platforms such as YouTube. For instance, Justin Bieber became the world's premier teen pop idol, despite having never served his time in the gauntlet of shame known as American Idol. The internet took the American Idol competition, once the fastest track to stardom, and made it look like a slow process in comparison. The American Idol Season 7 finale set the record for the highest number of votes cast, but the show itself was dipping in the ratings. The show's 5th season, which aired in 2006, received an average of 30 million viewers per episode. By the show's 8th season in 2009, this was down to around 21 million viewers per episode. As the ratings continued to slip, more change was on its way. When Season 8 began airing in 2009, songwriter and producer Cara DioGuardi was added to the panel of judges. While DioGuardi no doubt had the industry experience to serve on the panel, many speculated what this change meant for the future of Idol and the show's original 3 judges.
I don't know that one.
Rumors circulated that Paula Abdul was set to leave the show, but this was denied by both Abdul and DioGuardi. Season 8 attempted to scale back on the show's trademark cruelty, putting more focus on sympathetic contestant biographies, which were derogatorily referred to as sob stories by critics.
I live with my 93-year-old grandmother. Do you know that I sing?
This season was won by Chris Allen, who beat Adam Lambert to win the competition. Allen taped his own Walt Disney World commercial and traveled to the resort for a special appearance at the American Idol experience. Allen also filmed new segments for the attraction, which were integrated throughout the show.
And I know they'd appreciate any encouragement.
Just get out there and have fun.
Despite denying her intention to leave the program, in August of 2009, Paula Abdul announced on Twitter that she would not be returning for American Idol Season 9, with pay disputes being cited as the reason. Simon, Randy, and Diaguardi would be returning, and the producers raced to fill the empty seat before the next season. They
Why?
needed to find someone who was marketable, likable, easygoing, and all around kind.
I am the next American Idol judge.
Ellen DeGeneres.
This was also the season
Why?
in which General Larry Platt auditioned with his original song.
Why? Why did they choose Ellen? What? That makes no sense at all. Ellen's a talk show host. She doesn't know anything about music. What?
Pants on the Ground, which to this day is still charting #1 in the minds of American fathers.
Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
The top 5 this season featured
My mom and my stepdad used to sing that with me and my brothers all the time when we were young.
singer Aaron Kelly, the youngest to ever make it this far in the competition, at just 16 years old when he auditioned, and 17 years old when he was eliminated. Kelly is also notable in that he was a Golden Dream Ticket winner, getting to skip to the front of the line at his American Idol audition as he had won the American Idol experience at Disney's Hollywood Studios. After his top 5 finish, Kelly would be integrated into the show at the park as proof of the value of the Golden Dream Ticket. Season 9 of American Idol was won by Lee DeWise, and just like Chris Allen and David Cook, DeWise did a Walt Disney World commercial, made an appearance at the resort and the American Idol experience, and filmed segments for the attraction to be integrated into the show.
The best advice I can give you and have fun with it.
After season 9,
Okay.
the judging panel experienced even more shakeups, with Diaguardi, DeGeneres, and most notably, Simon Cowell leaving the program. Diaguardi and DeGeneres explained the show wasn't a fit for them, but Cowell's reasoning was more predictable. The period stipulated by the settlement with Fuller had ended, and Cowell was able to both leave American Idol and launch X Factor in the US. Cowell would not only premiere the show, but he would partner with Fremantle and Fox to do so, once again enraging Simon Fuller. Fuller again sued, seeking executive producer credit and a fee, and the case was eventually settled out of court. X Factor in the UK had proven to be a star maker, having discovered and formed the boy band One Direction. The US version would also find success in the group Fifth Harmony.
I know that one too. I didn't know that at all. I didn't know they formed One Direction. That's crazy.
The same year that the X Factor debuted, another singing competition came to the US. The Voice was a format that originated in Holland and would debut in the US on NBC. The show's format and marketing was a direct response to Idol, which had been accused of being too focused on a contestant's appearance and not focusing enough on the voice. Get it? The show's positive attitude and inspiring, kind-hearted format has resulted in 24 seasons of friendly competition and genuinely beautiful moments, while at the same time producing 0 mainstream recording artists as winners. The actual reason for The Voice's success as a television show and failure as a star launcher, with a few runner-ups as exceptions, is more complicated than simply pretty people sell more records. But also, that might be part of it. With Cal moving on to X Factor, Diaguardi focusing on music, and Ellen DeGeneres going back to Ellen, Idol was forced to go in a new direction.
I don't like
While
Ellen.
Randy Jackson would remain, 2 new judges would be added, singer and actress Jennifer Lopez, and Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler, known for his appearance at Hollywood Studios' signature e-ticket attraction Rock and Roller Coaster, and recently for alleged crimes. This season was won by Scotty McCreery, the first winner since the attraction opened.
You can't just gloss over that. What?
In Hollywood Studios' signature e-ticket attraction Rock
First of all, I rode this ride. This is my favorite ride when I went to Disney World.
and recently for alleged.
This I didn't know about. What?
For alleged.
First of
Hollywood Studios winners recently for
I read
alleged
this.
Hollywood Studios' signature e-ticket attraction Rock and Roller Coaster, and recently for
I read
alleged
this.
crimes. This season
What?
was won by Scotty McCreery, the first winner since the
I read this. That's crazy, dude. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
crimes. This season was won by Scotty McCreery, the first winner since the attraction opened to not receive an I'm Going to Disney World commercial, but he did visit the resort and film segments for the attraction.
Do you have any advice? You just went through this. Have fun.
Occasionally, other contestants would film short segments for the experience, which were often played outside of the attraction on the big screen.
Head right around the corner to the audition experience. You never know. This could be the start of something. There.
Season 11 began airing in 2012. with Ryan and the Season 10 panel of judges returning for another year. This season featured 10th place finisher Erica Van Pelt, another American Idol Dream Ticket winner. Van Pelt told The Hollywood Reporter, quote, "The American Idol experience changed everything for me. I had auditioned for the show several times before, but winning the Dream Ticket was the game changer. The American Idol experience gave me a taste of the real thing, down to the smallest detail. Live audience voting, charismatic hosts, and a good Simon Judge-alike or two. The Dream Ticket gave me the opportunity to go to the front of the line at the auditions in Pittsburgh for season 11, which ultimately led me to securing a spot in the top 10. I am so grateful for the opportunity." This season was won by Philip Phillips. As expected, Phillips took a trip to the resort, appeared on stage at the attraction, and filmed new segments for the show.
Let me ask you something. These three right here, they are competing to get to that finale show tonight to win that Dream Ticket. What advice do you have?
Have fun. Idol's ratings continue to drop, with season 11 averaging around 19 million viewers per episode, far from the 30 million
Hey,
viewers
what?
it had received just 5 years earlier. After season 11, another shakeup on the judging panel occurred. Randy Jackson would again return,
Yeah.
but Lopez and Tyler would exit. Keith Urban would join the
Bad.
panel, along with Mariah Carey
Ew.
and Nicki Minaj, who would fortunately
Why?
have an alleged off-screen feud.
What random cast of like musicians they keep putting on this judging panel? I don't get it. Maybe he's kind of deleting a lot of astrology. They are, yeah. I've been known about that.
Along with Mariah
Mariah Carey, I can kind of
Carey
get,
and
right?
Nicki Minaj.
Why Nicki Minaj? Would Mariah Carey? Sure, maybe, right? Nicki Minaj? God. What? I don't understand.
Who would fortunately have an alleged off-screen feud, leading fans of both to speculate on the matter, giving a bit of energy to the dying program.
Like, we can have accessories. I didn't know that was allowed. But that's the last thing I'm gonna say. Again, back to the Billboard Hot.
Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj had a fight live on air on American Idol. I can't believe that. Nicki Minaj is a great singer, but she doesn't really sing. She's more like a... What I'm saying is, like, her music isn't what I would expect for something like American Idol, a singing competition. I don't understand why she's a judge. That's very weird to me.
100 #1 song, which you just performed, which is difficult to get. Not everybody has that.
This season was won by Candace Glover, who went to Disney World
Oh.
and filmed an appearance for the attraction.
Have fun.
Another
pretty,
shakeup
but
on the
huh?
judging panel occurred between seasons 12 and 13, with not only Nicki and Mariah leaving, but with Randy Jackson finally exiting as well. Only Keith Urban remained from the previous season,
Lena
and was
Dog.
joined by Harry Connick Jr. and returning judge Jennifer
Yeah?
Lopez. This season
Why?
featured multiple Dream Ticket winners competing in the show: Majesty Rose, Ben Briley, and Emily Prees. Dream Ticket
She's
winners
21?
competing in the show.
Dog, she looks like 12. She's 21? Holy moly.
Majesty Rose, Ben Briley, and Emily Prees, who would finish 9th, 11th, and 12th respectively. This season ended in May of 2014, with Caleb John.
That's not supposed to be playing, sorry. Are you counting Jackson? Is he Michael Jackson's brother? No, he's not. That's really funny, but no, he's not.
Johnson winning the competition. Unlike previous winners, Johnson's trip to Walt Disney World was not met with fanfare, but he did reportedly go and film new segments for the attraction. However, these segments would not be seen for very long, as Disney's Hollywood Studios was undergoing just as much change as the American Idol television show.
Can we get a quick message real quick? I'm sorry. Mr. TMZ just to show how many stories I don't know about from time to time.
In the years following the Disney's Hollywood Studios name change and the addition of the American Idol experience, the Walt Disney Company was experiencing a period of massive growth and acquisitions. In late 2009, Disney acquired Marvel Entertainment, and in 2012, the company acquired Lucasfilm,
They got Marvel doing Lucas films? I didn't know that.
including the rights to the Star Wars franchise. These acquisitions meant the development of cinematic universes and theme park lands, the latter being necessary to compete with Universal's successful Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Of all 4 Walt Disney World parks, it was immediately obvious to those both within and outside of the company that if any park was to receive a full-scale Star Wars area, it would be Disney's Hollywood Studios. This was not only because of the established presence of Star Tours, but also because of the park's desperate need for a new major attraction. Toy Story Midway Mania had given the park a boost in popularity, but in the 5 years since its debut, no other major attractions were added to support it. To offset this, the park relied on special events, such as Frozen Summer Fun, which premiered in June of 2014. This event brought temporary shows and entertainment offerings to the park, capitalizing on the massive success of 2013's Frozen and the insatiable demand for Frozen experiences from young guests. During this event, a new show named, for the first time in forever, a Frozen Sing-Along Celebration took place in the rarely utilized Premiere Theater, and allowed families to sing along to the film's songs, led by Anna, Elsa, and other Frozen characters. These types of temporary experiences were common for Hollywood studios in this era, and many guests assumed that it was only a matter of time before a major Star Wars attraction was announced for the park. However, before any expansions were revealed, multiple attraction closings were announced, and on June 17, 2014, the American Idol experience was added to the lineup of closures. The attraction's popularity had declined over the years, as had guest participation. On many days, the experience did not recruit enough talented performers to fill all 7 shows, resulting in some showtimes being canceled and a condensed finale show with less participants. Occasionally, only 2 preliminary rounds were held, resulting in a finale show with only 2 contestants, and on some rare occasions, only 1 show was held, with no other preliminary rounds and no finale. This was especially troubling because of how many cast members the show required to operate. The show needed a pre-show host, a Ryan type, 3 judges, multiple camera operators, and 3 booth techs for each show. On top of this, the audition facility had a street team to recruit guests, casting directors to judge them, and hair and makeup technicians. It was an impressive operation, but a complicated one to operate on a daily basis. The American Idol experience's decline in popularity was not completely its fault. Rather, it was directly correlated with the declining viewership of the American Idol television show. Not only was the attraction not as enticing from a guest perspective, but its grand prize of skipping the audition line was not as valuable as it was at the peak of the program's popularity. A joint statement between Disney, Fremantle Media, and 19 Entertainment read, quote, "We are incredibly proud of the more than 2,000 dream tickets that have given guests a chance to live their very own Cinderella story and audition for American Idol." The attraction was set to close in January of 2015, which would result in the American Idol experience running for just under 6 years. However, 2 months after the announcement of its closure, on August 15, 2014, Disney revealed that the show would be closing even earlier, just 2 weeks from this announcement. On August 30th, 2014, the final show of the American Idol experience was held.
Folks, are you ready for the last finale show ever?
Guests crowded the theater to send off the attraction, some even making signs expressing their disappointment at its closure. The final show ended with the dumping of every box of confetti that the production had left, and this went on for several minutes. The closing of the American Idol experience marked the beginning of the end of the dark age of Hollywood studios. The following month, the Studio Backlot Tour, which had not toured an operating movie studio in over a decade, finally closed to make way for 2 new immersive lands, Toy Story Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. The following month, in October of 2014, it was announced that the Sorcerer's Hat would be removed as well. Hollywood studios began a years-long transformation, leaving it in a worse state than before, as the massive construction projects caused the closure of more attractions and the creation of more temporary ones. The Superstar Television Theater sat empty for several months with no announced replacement. The space was briefly used for the Comedy Warehouse Holiday Special, featuring the comedy troupe that used to perform at the Comedy Warehouse at downtown Disney's Pleasure Island. The American Idol stage was still intact, and tarps were placed to cover up the theming for these shows. In March of 2015, Disney announced that for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration would return for the second annual Frozen Summer Fun. Rather than being held in the Premiere Theater, which was set for demolition, the show would utilize the Superstar Television Theater.
Ano keep pausing? Hey, excuse me.
The American Idol theme had been mostly removed, and the theater received a new name, the Hyperion Theater. This would allow the theater to act as a flex space and host multiple shows throughout the year. On June 16, 2015, performances of, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration began in the theater. Despite this being announced as a limited run, the show would stay a part of the park's attractions after Frozen Summer Fun ended, becoming a permanent replacement for the American Idol experience. The Hyperion Theater would not be used for another show until 2023, during the Jollywood Nights ticketed event, during which it would host What's This? Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along. This temporary show would only be performed during Jollywood Nights, and the Frozen sing-along operated as normal throughout the day. On the back side of the theater, the former American Idol audition entrance was converted into a new character spot for the park, named Mickey and Minnie Starring in Red Carpet Dreams. Season 14 of American Idol premiered in January of 2015, and for the first time in years, the entire judging panel from the previous season returned. Despite the American Idol Experience attraction being closed, hundreds of Golden Dream tickets were still eligible to be redeemed. Dream ticket winner Adam Azagalian auditioned and made it to the top 16 before being eliminated. This season was won by Nick Fradiani, and no offense to Nick Fradiani, but you likely don't recognize that name, which is proof of American Idol's slipping grip on the cultural consciousness. This is why it was not a shock that Fox announced that American Idol would be ending after season 15. This season premiered in early 2016 and was won by either Chris Hayes, Stephen Hines, or Trent Harmon. And if you can tell me which one of those people are real without looking it up, you will win this certificate. This season was branded as a...
He's the real one. Who's the real one? Chris Hayes, Stephen Hines,
or Trent Harmon.
Trent Harmon. Chris Hayes, Stephen Hines, or Trent Harmon. Well, who's the winner? Don't look it up. You can't look it up. That's cheating. You can't look it up. That's cheating. Who is it? You have to tell me who. You have to tell me who's the real one. No. Well, say you must be playing audio. I need it. There it is.
And if you can tell me which one of those people are real without looking it up, you will win this certificate. This season was branded as American Idol The Farewell Season, which was an authentic goodbye, but not to the show, only the network. Just a year and a half after going off of the air, ABC and Fremantle Media entered into an agreement to revive the show, which would return for a 16th season in March of 2018. Ryan Seacrest returned as host, and a new panel of judges, featuring Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie, would join the show. This group has somehow remained consistent for 6 seasons, with a 7th on the way.
There's no place like American Idol.
American
Why
Idol
is
was
Katy Perry's
representative of
been on the
America
show for
itself.
7 seasons? What? What?
American Idol.
American Idol was representative of America itself. Obviously, it's right there in the name. And it was a reflection of our obsession with the idolization of celebrities, dang, also right there in the name. It's difficult to say anything about American Idol that the show itself doesn't admit overtly and unabashedly. Often the show was cruel, which it claimed was a side effect of honesty. The show was obsessed with body image and sex appeal, which it claimed was a key aspect of stardom. The show sought to discover and promote talent just to profit off of them, which it admitted very clearly was the whole point. It's difficult to dismiss any of these beliefs as shallow or cynical when the show was consistently successful in churning out legitimate mainstream stars. American Idol didn't invent the reality TV show genre, democratic talent competitions, or the aesthetic requirements of early-aught stardom, but it became a landmark example of all three. It was a reflection of the culture of that era, and in being so, it became a staple of it. The American Idol experience attempted to capture and distill that energy into a family-friendly theme park attraction, to mixed results. The attraction did its best to balance the show's tone, talent, and energy, all while being entertaining to theme park guests, but its success was directly tied to the relevance of the television show that it was based on, whether it was the shakeup in its cast, the emergence of faster star generators, or America falling out of love with television and in love with the internet. By the time the American Idol experience debuted, American Idol was past its prime.
Does anyone still watch, like, live TV anymore? Besides for, like, sports games. I guess game shows. Besides those two, does anybody watch live TV anymore? Probably not, if I were to guess, right? I'm pretty sure streaming killed live TV.
The American Idol television show survived and evolved into a feel-good television program that, like its contemporaries, is less concerned about turning its competitors into A-listers. However, the American Idol experience was simply too complicated and expensive to run, and its real estate too valuable to survive the transition that Disney's Hollywood Studios was undergoing. The attraction is most fondly remembered by those that had the chance to participate in the full thing. The elaborate backstage audition process, invisible to the audience, was truly an experience like no other at a theme park. And for those that were talented and dedicated enough to spend an entire day's admission on participating in it, it was all worth it when they saw that desk.
Playing that disc. Okay, Persia. Good video. Good video. Good video. The crunch ride. I saw Crazy Diamond in there. Crazy Diamond! Also, American Idol is a proof that you don't... is trying to prove that, like, you have to look pretty in order to be a star. But, like, Ronnie James Dio is like...
The American Idol experience is amazing, and it is in your face.
That, like, how do you say it's Ronnie James Dio? Is direct proof that you don't have to be. Yeah, Ronnie James Dio. This dude can sing. He can sing really well. He's not a looker, though. Not the looker. He's a really good singer. He's a really, really good singer. He's got quite the face. He's also supremely famous, too. And I don't know, back again really quick. Like, give me like a couple minutes to go wash my food plate. And then I'll be righty back. But yes, give me just a little bit, okay? Be right back. But today I'm back. I need to do a couple things that we don't do script writing tonight. Because I do kind of want to play games. But I do have to finish the schedule. In which case, I need to run my work times for this week. Alright, I forgot about all these images I need to delete. And something for later, though. I am lazy. For now, I need to run my work schedule, so... Monday, we're already done. Tuesday... You... Friday. Wait, now I can get my tracking back. Sorry. Sorry, day. That's good, that's good. That's fine. Oh, yeah. Wow, this is actually perfect. Need to say this. And let me export. PNG, this will be scheduled. What? Go here. What? Something's gonna be the same. I just have to update the embeds to when. This will be a... What's the one? Mama, Baron Pia, me. This is a song. This is a very interesting song. Stay. It's Friday. You hated Borderlands. Okay, 2 p.m. Still, what's 6? Number's a lot correct.
What child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while the good shepherds watch our King.
What child is this? What child is this? I love the Christmas music. I think I did alright. I think I did. I hope I didn't miss anything. I think I did. I'm gonna make the Twitter post. Which means I need... sketch. Yeah. Oops.
His mother sings a lullaby. Joy, oh joy, for Christ is born. There babe, the Son of Mary. What child is this? What child is this? What child is this? What child is this? What child? Yeah, yeah. What child is this? Ooh, what child is this?
You can post that.
What child is this?
Hold on 1 second. Big Crash. Good. Oh. Use this to YouTube. It's annoying because YouTube is always annoying to work with. Luke. Wait, I didn't keep Marty. Sneezing. I'm game why it does that. Gibbs is always break the spacing. I don't understand. Back. Move the spacing again. YouTube is very weird with its formatting. It's just breaking my spacing. Yeah, Tali's pretty cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think this is consistent, and I think this will work. Never mind, it's not consistent. I don't know. Let's just rock. I don't know what to do with the spacing. It doesn't work for some reason. Like, the spacing is always just super inconsistent, and it just never lines up correctly on YouTube, and I have no idea how to fix it. To do it right. Yeah, this'll work. It's whatever. That's fine. Actually used up a resource. Got to that I needed, and then I wondered, where did it go? Thank you. I was checking mail. It's just garbage. Stuff that I don't need. Let's plan. Until we notice that of I've been wanting to like for a couple days now, and I just have been waiting. Oh. Give me 1 second and we'll do some stuff to do. Sorry. Yeah. Whoa. You stay. You stay. I think this can stay. Yep. Sorry, I'm yapping to myself. Okay, it's Yodian time. Video game. You told me. It's gonna be really loud. I forgot it's really loud for me. What? Hey, so I'm staring at the black screen in the game right now. We'll try letting the game. Hold on. No, it's not. We'll live in the. Please work game. And like idea. We've started. So we have an issue. One, for some reason, is booting to a black screen. like we're straight up just stuck in a black screen right now. I don't know what happened because I hadn't booted up the game since last time we streamed. Well, I don't know why. Yung puting. Sige, why not? Hope it clashed. Come on, be your game. You can do it. Okay, well, you can I'm an HDR. Okay, turn that off. Please tell me this fixes it. We love when video games just randomly decide not to work. But sure didn't. I don't know what is going on and why it just refuses to load. Did I hear audio? Good. Finally, this is a bug. Hindi. I don't understand why this would be it, but it might be because that's update drivers. Let me try that. Let me try updating NVIDIA drivers real quick. Let's see if this fixes it. Then I'm gonna mute real quick. Keep this